shoot the tire out.
Yeah, put it away. Do you know what happens if you shoot out the tire of a car going that fast, huh?
Tags are from New York State. Alpha Oscar Charlie 8963.
At least you did something right.
9 times out of 10, I make that shot.
Is that right? You just missed twice. If you hadn't chased after him in the first place, we'd be tailing him in our car instead of shooting off rounds in the street. Jerry, it's Sam. We just lost Selenko.
There you go. There's a look at Peter Mooney, the rookie, in Rookie Blue, which airs Thursdays at 10 here on Global. His character is Nick Collins. Good morning.
Good morning.
Something about cop shows just looks fun.
It's so much fun, especially being here in Toronto and shooting on locations. I live just around the corner from that place, so it's cool. I walk by with my groceries, and I'm like, oh, that's where I had the shootout.
That takes you back.
Yeah, it's really fun.
What was the process like for you? Because this is your first season, but the show's been
Yeah.
on 3, I believe, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So what was the audition process like for you with this?
I sent up a self-tape originally from LA, and I was leaving LA that morning at like 8 o'clock, so I had to do it at 6:30 in the morning, which was, kind of like being here this morning.
We do that every day.
It was an early one, but it worked, and then I was up in Toronto a few weeks later, and I met with the producers and director David Wellington, and it thankfully worked out.
So what's it been like for you as the rookie, a part of this cast in this season?
Ooh, it was daunting coming in because it's a really, really tight cast, like a really great group of people. So I was, a little worried about fitting into that dynamic, but they're all so great, like such a welcoming, amazing group of people. So they made it easy.
I love hearing stories. We've had other cast members here from Rookie Blue, and it's so neat that this is set here in Toronto, and you can say like this is. So you've obviously experienced the city in a great way.
Yeah.
What are other spots where you've had shootouts?
Well, it's so neat because a lot of where we film is around the East End, and ever since I've lived in Toronto, I've always been kind of an East End guy. So it's the underpass where in the first episode Shatner punches Greg. I go by that every day.
Yeah.
That's just a little place. So it's neat remembering those things.
You've done a lot of theater.
I have, yes.
You grew up in Winnipeg?
I did, yeah.
Did you do The Goat?
Yes, I did.
What role did you play in that? You didn't play the guy that had the relationship with the goat.
No, I played his son.
His disturbed son.
Is that the
His
Edward Albee
disturbed
play?
son.
Yeah.
It is,
What was that like?
It was amazing. It was my first job out of theater school. It was the Canadian premiere of the play at GCTC in Ottawa, which was daunting, but it was amazing. I really dove in right out of theater school.
That's a weird play.
It's a very strange play, yeah.
If you can do that, you could probably do just about anything.
Exactly, yeah. It was a good way to kind of kick things off.
Now, did I read that you and one of your co-stars actually felt like you were in a shootout? Something happened with a window?
That's right, yeah. Missy and I were on the camera rig car, and we have sort of cameras mounted on the side windows. And I'm not sure how it happened. Total freak accident. We hit a bump or something, and the window shattered inwards with the
And the
with
scene
camera
was a
mount.
shootout scene?
No, but it was right after we'd shot a shootout scene, so I thought we'd sort of driven into it for real. That was my first thought. I went,
And what was? Oh, you died.
go,
Did you
go.
die?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, who is doing the method acting right now?
It was crazy. I kicked into cop mode. I felt like, we can handle this. It's all right.
I can use this in
Everybody
my
down.
scene.
Yeah.
But you're never in cop mode any other time.
No. It's funny. Sometimes we'll wander off set to go get a coffee or something.
Yeah.
And I forget. We've been working all day and waiting in line. They're like, here's your coffee, officer. And I have to go, oh, no, I'm not actually.
But I do play one on TV.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Do you take the
So
role
close
with you when you're out? Do you sort of have that sort of swagger as
Right
an
when
officer?
we started, I was walking across Bloor Street here actually, like a week into shooting, and I went like this, going across the street, stopping traffic.
Uniform?
No, this was just like this,
Yeah.
which is not effective.
Because you felt you had the power there.
It was just so weird. It was
You're
just
in
like this.
character.
Hang on, I got to cross the street.
Hang on there, man.
Yeah, didn't work. Didn't
Move
work.
it along, nothing to see.
Did you spend time with police officers, or like what was your?
We did. We have ongoing advisors throughout the show. And since the process was kind of, it was sped up from the time I came on the show till when we started filming season 3. So I had kind of a mad dash training week, with the fittings, and then a solid day of like how to hold your gun and how to go around
I
corners.
was going to say, have you ever had you fired a gun prior to that?
No,
Never.
no. I've held lots of TV guns, but they really, really strive for authenticity on this show. So anytime we have a question, there's always people we can go to, about what the procedure would be, how that would actually look.
How about that as a profession? If the acting thing's kind of,
I love it. Although
you could do it.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd be a very particularly good cop. You know, coming
What does
from
that
an
mean, to be
acting.
a bad cop?
Well, maybe, yeah.
You gotta
Like
take-
Richard
you gotta
Gere?
take-
Hard cartel, bad lieutenant.
Yeah,
You gotta
bad cop. It's
There are aspects of it that appeal to you.
exactly, yeah. Although I think there's a lot of paperwork and there's a lot of things that happen off screen on the show that I'm not as aware of.
You don't have any family members in the police service that you could
I
have gone
don't
to?
know, and it's amazing because I'm Irish, but
Yeah.
none of my cousins or anything are in the police service.
What do you think because this show just does phenomenally well. Is it the storylines,
Yeah, it's what I think makes this show, and being on set, I really experienced it firsthand, is the interplay between the characters. The dynamic between everyone is amazing, and the writers write so perfectly to that. Because it's really a show about relationships. It's about these people and how they're all thrown together. And that's what makes it, for me, that's what made it a show I could relate to.
right? You guys have been on a wee hiatus, haven't you? But you're back on.
We've been off for the last 2 weeks, but we're back on this Thursday night.
Excellent. Thursdays at 10 on Global. Rookie Blue. Peter Mooney, who plays Nick Collins, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great meeting you. It's almost
Cheers.
8 o'clock.